5 things not to do in Sweden. And I'm getting this from Stefan Tyrone. The link will be in the description below. Please go over and show him some love. Wagwan everybody, it's your island girl and I'm back with another reaction video for you today. And I'm going to find out these 5 things that I'm not supposed to do in Sweden. So come on in right back. Let me know if it's true in the comment section. Be good, be kind. No, sir. Take time with me in the comment section. Okay, guys? Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. And to all my regular schmegulas day one, city pie, city pools, thank you for always rocking with the girl. Here goes. Here we go.
Hey everybody, it's Stefan Tyrone here. Welcome back to the channel.
Hi.
In this episode, I'm going to talk about 5 things that you should not do in Sweden. Whether you're coming to visit or moving here, these are 5 things that you definitely don't want to do. Things that I've picked up on over the course of my 9 months that I've been living here so far. And so the first thing that you should definitely not do when you're in Sweden is stay inside when it's a perfectly nice sunny day outside. So I'm going to take my own advice and go for a little run to start this video off. And then I got the next 4 for you guys coming right up.
Okay. That's pretty.
Just look at this day right now.
Amazing.
So nice. And after going through 4 months of dark and cold in Swedish winter, it would be an absolute crime to not be outside enjoying this beautiful Swedish weather when it's back inside now. I feel really good that I can get outside and enjoy some of that Swedish sunshine. That's pretty much unbeatable. The second thing that you do.
That makes a whole lot of sense because Sweden, I've seen a few videos, reminds me of what I have here in Alaska. And right now we're getting back our daylight time. We're getting some sun. It's strictly a lot of snow outside right now, but you know how it is. We're still going inside. We still enjoy. So can you imagine staying outside on a pretty day? It's so beautiful there. You can't take that away.
Not want to do when you're in Sweden is get weirded out by these Swedish silence. Now in Sweden, people are oftentimes, when you go on like the public transportation or out in public, like people usually don't talk to strangers here in Sweden. In America, people are much more bubbly and friendly on the outside, and there's lots of like small talk and things when you're out in public. In Sweden, it can be really, really silent, and that does take some getting used to, but Swedes are extremely nice people, and if you need help with something and you actually ask them for help, they will oftentimes, and most of the time, they will actually help you, but it does take some getting used to that Swedes are gonna be just a little bit more reserved on the outside than a lot of other countries. But don't get weirded out by it because Swedes are super awesome people. Number 3.
Okay. I noticed the picture that he showed with Swedes waiting to take the bus. Everybody is standing so far apart from each other. I had to look closely to see that I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, wow. So you guys are amazing people, but you guys don't just bunch up and talk. And if you talk to you will reciprocate. So that's perfect. But every culture and customs are different. So I can understand why. So don't get weird out, he said. That's just how it is there. All right. That was number 2. Number 3.
On this list, don't come to Sweden without at least trying to learn the language a little bit.
You know, I'm half Swedish. Hej, hur har resan varit hittills?
Yeah, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
Now, it's pretty much known that Swedes are really, really good at speaking English. They were rated as the #1 country in the world for speaking English many years in a row. So they have excellent English skills. And if you come from an English-speaking country, it's really, really easy to get around in Sweden because so many people, pretty much anyone you talk to, they're going to have good English skills, and most people can speak pretty much fluent English. But with that being said, when you go to a different country, whether you're visiting or plan on staying for a longer period of time, it really goes a long way when you go out of your way to learn the language of the native people that live there. In my case, I've really made a strong effort to try to learn Swedish. And I have a bunch of tips in another video about how to learn a new language in 6 months. And if you guys want to see me speaking Swedish on camera, I've now made 3 videos at this point showing my progress of speaking Swedish after 6 months in Sweden, all the way to my most recent video where I speak Swedish after 9 months in Sweden. So it really is worth learning the language. If you're just coming for a short period of time, just learn the basics, like hey då is goodbye, talk is please and thank you. Hey, you can just say when you're saying hi to somebody. Shana, would it be another word for hi? Just learn some of those basic words, and it's going to go a long way to show that you're at least making an effort when you are here in Sweden.
That's interesting, because most of the time people will tell you, don't try go mess up people's language or what they speak in their native tongue, because it don't sound good when you're trying to and you don't know what you're doing. So I can learn a few words, the basic ones, those everyday words, just a few to get you by. But that's interesting. What is your thought on that one? As a Swede, tell me, do we need to learn the language before we get there, even if we're coming on vacation? Is that a necessity? I don't know. Let me know.
4th thing that you do not want to do here in Sweden is wear shoes into somebody's house. Now, in Sweden, they really have an indoor shoe culture. So like the school that I work at, the kids and the teachers do not wear outside shoes inside the school, just because, especially in Sweden in the wintertime when they have all the snow and the slush on the ground, it can get really, really dirty indoors if you're wearing your outside shoes inside. So it's actually a really, really good rule, and just like a cultural thing that they have here in Sweden. Take your shoes off when you're visiting somebody. Just help keep their place clean. This kind of struck me as weird when I first came to visit Norrköping, and we went to go visit a potential gym, and we asked the person that was working at the gym, hey, can we take a tour of the gym just to see what it's like? And she's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. But take off your shoes. And I was like, wait a sec, my shoes are completely clean. It's the middle of summer right now, but I didn't really understand why they wanted us to take our shoes off, especially at a gym, because in America, you never have to take your shoes off at a gym.
That's true.
But after having lived in Sweden through a winter and seeing like how dirty it can get with your outdoor shoes, it completely makes sense why they have that rule here in Sweden. And the 5th.
Now, that definitely caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it to that extreme. I get taking off your shoes when you're entering somebody's home. Don't get it twisted, because that's one of the, it's a pet peeve of mine. Do not, and I repeat, don't walk into my house with your shoes. It's just common sense tell you that. But here in this American culture, I realize people just was in people's, no, it ain't happening in mine. Take it off, and you don't need to see a sign at the door to tell you to take it off. When you step into my house, you can see that the shoes are to one side. There's a mat there for a reason. I can go on and on with that. But when he said, even going in a gym, in the school, you have your outside shoes, even going to school, I was like, okay, so now I know, because I would have thought, hey, you're going to the gym, you just walk right in. And they're like, nope, take your shoes off. You go into school, you're wearing shoes, you just, nope, take it off, you have your inside shoes. That is interesting. So that I know and not to do when I get to Sweden. Wow.
The thing that you do not want to do while you're in Sweden is don't forget to enjoy some fika while you are in Sweden. Now, Swedes are really known for having a good work-life balance and taking a break once in a while. And I think nothing like summarizes this whole concept more than fika, which is basically like their special word for having a coffee and a treat, whether it's like tea time is what they would say in England, or every country kind of has their own thing. But fika is kind of like a lifestyle here in Sweden. Have a cup of coffee, have a break. At our school, we have fika time. We have a fika room. Between classes, teachers can go and have a cup of coffee, relax, talk to other teachers.
Wow.
It's really a social gathering centered around coffee. And fika is like a lifestyle here in Sweden. So if you're in Sweden, definitely get a treat and have a cup of coffee and enjoy a little bit of that Swedish way of life. So with that being said, those are 5 things that you do not want to do when you're in Sweden. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you are not already, especially since you guys made it to the end of the video.
Get some do you not want to do, but you want to go get fika. So I don't get it. This is confusing me now, because I'm like, You want to go have fika based on how you have with all them treats and having some coffee or some tea and relax, and you want to do that. So number 5 don't make sense to me, guys. Tell me if I'm wrong. Does it make sense to you? You want to go have fika. Fika is a downtime. Now I can live with that. Here in America, they don't do that. You don't. No, you work like a horse. You don't really get downtime, even in school, even in the it doesn't matter where you are. But you see, the Swedish culture is totally different, and I love. The more I look at this world that we're living in, man, it's based on where you are, and I'm just sitting and I'm looking. I'm like, point A to point B, or this country. Everybody has their different way of life, and the more you step outside your box and look out at the world at large and look into the way that they live and the way that they associate themselves with people, and you realize it's so different than where we are here in the US. So different. Great video. Enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on this one. It's your island girl, and I'm running out of here, guys. Be good. Be kind. Stay safe. Love you guys, and I'll definitely catch you guys in another video. And if there's anything else that you'd like me to check out about Sweden, just drop it in the comment section. You can either also drop a link, because I'll be looking into Sweden more and more videos coming your way. Bye. Don't forget to